audience one of the most prominent, most viewed spiritual gurus in the world.
Throw your
On the
weapon on the
premises.
portal, they will
Ladies
go
and
on.
gentlemen, Sadhguru.
30 seconds left.
I want to get into how you
Take a
started
portal
the
somewhere.
spiritual journey. I found that
No,
fascinating
don't take.
when I listened to you speak at Andre's. You were 25 years old.
Still am.
Still am, I can tell. Multiple successful businesses. And you were praised in the town
User
as
ultimate, user
being a man of success, a man who had made it. And I probably should let you tell the story about your life.
Let's hope
Again.
I asked. I'm sure you've told this story so many times, but you know, our audience hasn't heard it, or some of them may have, some of them may have not. And I know when I first heard it, I found it fascinating. So maybe just a brief introduction to how you got started into knowing everything in the universe. I'm serious. He has all the answers. Wait till he starts, bro.
Get out of my way!
See, this happened to me when I was just about 4.5 years of age. Suddenly one day actually I don't know a thing. Don't know a thing means just don't know anything. If somebody gives me a glass of water,
Yeah.
I would be staring at this glass of water for hours. Because I don't know what is water. I know how to use it. Even now, I don't know how to use water. But do you know what it is?
One enemy remaining.
2 hydrogen molecules in one oxygen.
Really? That's textbook nonsense.
But what are molecules? But what are atoms?
Bombsite.
Like that?
Right now. It is available in all
जीते
the
गए
3
समझ लो।
states. It's liquid, solid, air.
कुछ देर बस रखो।
Wherever it is,
Last
search
player
for life,
standing.
search for a drop of water.
Wow.
Somebody finds a drop of water.
Attackers
water
win.
on Mars. And now we think life is possible. So this is the very basis of our life. But do we know what it is? Actually, with all the scientific exploration, we do not know a single atom. We know how to use it. Even the invisible atom, we know how to break it, how to fuse it, how to make a bomb out of it, how to kill everybody from it, but we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. So if I find a leaf, I'm staring at it for 4 hours, 5 hours. If I sit up in the night, I'm just staring at darkness for hours. My father being a physician, he started thinking that I need psychiatric evaluation. Doctors, you know.
Same with Mike's dad.
Yeah, maybe. So, see, oh, it's him, I thought. So in
hope
this
मेरे
condition,
चपाती की
they
आवाज
sent
नहीं
me
आ
to
रही
school. My mother said, you must pay attention to the teachers, you're always at something else. So I went and paid attention to the teachers. The kind of attention that they had never imagined anybody would pay to them. Nobody had ever paid that kind of attention. I sit there and I know their past, present and future, staring at them, staring at them, staring at them. Sometimes somebody said, don't stare at me like this. No. I'm just a little boy, 4, 5-year-old boy but they're kind of uncomfortable the way I'm staring at them. So I went to school and initially they started saying things and I sort of understood what they're trying to say. And then I realized, teacher after teacher coming and making actually sounds and sounds and sounds. See, right now, I'm making sounds. Because both of us think we know English language, you are making meaning out of this. Suppose I start speaking in any one of the Indian languages, they will be just sounds for you, isn't it? We're just making sounds. This language is a conspiracy between 2 people. I make this sound, you make that meaning. I thought I make that sound, you make that meaning, you know? This is the whole thing. So I stopped making meanings and just started listening to the sounds. And every 45 minutes a new teacher will come and make sounds and sounds and sounds. It became very amusing.
Spike
And
planted.
a big smile spread on my face. But they were not amused at all. So I saw that there was no point and I went to school only when it was absolutely necessary. Rest of the time I kind of
Backside, jet coming, jet
had more
coming.
Last player standing.
explorations in the world. So one day it happened, I mean now about 11 years ago, this school where I studied almost 45 years ago or more, they came to invite me for their 125th anniversary, school anniversary. I said, see please, why me? I was not just a bad student, I was not even a student, I only came when it was absolutely necessary. Why me? They said, see, our school has produced ministers in the cabinet, our school has produced sports stars, our school has produced cinema stars, but you are the only mystic, so you must come. I said, okay, and I went. I went there and stood up in the quadrangle to speak. I looked around, same oppressive buildings. And then I looked at this particular room and then I remembered, I was around 12 years of age. One afternoon, because at that time I'm in this condition, I don't do anything. If I pay attention to something, I can't take my eyes off it. I'm just looking at it, still trying to figure it out, what is it? So they can't get my attention. So he asked me a question, something. I
Player standing.
I hear sounds. I
All
don't make
again.
meanings out of it, something.
Follow to there.
Something all the time. So I just look at him and he tries to get an answer from me for about 35–40 minutes. He
Last
tries
round
hard
in the
to
half.
make me say something. And I don't know anything, what is there to say? So I was in that condition at that time. For many days I wouldn't speak because there's nothing to say. What is there to say? I don't know a thing. So I was just looking at him. After 35–40 minutes of frustration, he got so mad. He came and held me by the shoulder, shook me violently like that and said, you must either be the divine or the devil. I think you're the later. Well, I was not insulted or abused by this. My problem is
What? How?
What is that? What is that? What is that? One thing was clear, this is me. This guy confused me about this also. I look like this, what is this? Is this divine or devil? What the hell is this? Suddenly I didn't know what is this. Till now I was okay. I did not know anything about anything, but I knew this is me. Suddenly this guy confused me. So that is when I started sitting with my eyes closed. What is this? Well, it took a few years,
30
another
seconds
12,
left.
13 years, before I realized what is this.
And what was that?
Huh?
What was that?
See, right now, what you call as myself
Nice,
is
all
not
be.
the boundaries of your body. We can do an experiment actually. Can you?
10
Sure,
seconds
let's
left.
do it.
So,
planted.
you hold both hands together
One enemy remaining.
and with your eyes closed, what you do is very intensely
Backside, backside,
rub it
backside.
like this for about 30 seconds, as intensely as possible.
It's gonna get hot.
Come on, push, backside.
I don't like
Nice.
this. I really don't like it.
Now,
my skin is burning.
now hold your palms about 4 inches away from the
Sadhguru, Sadhguru is Sadhguru. You know, Sadhguru.
Something happening between them?
Switching sides.
No, nothing happening.
Reloading.
Some kind of sensation happening between them?
Yeah.
Yeah, my hands are hot.
Not about hands being hot. Between the two palms, is there something happening?
I don't know.
Please try it again, not with pressure, but with speed.
Yeah. It feels like there's like a magnet between the
Yeah.
two.
Blocking sight.
So there is a sensation. What I'm trying to tell you is, how did you fix the boundaries of your body? See, right now, do one thing. Take your right hand and put your left hand. Is it you? Is it you?
Yep.
Yes. That's the chair on which you're sitting. Is it you? No. How do you know this?
I don't know.
Oh, this whole lot of people have walked
What is
away from their
going on?
body, haven't they? What about all the dead people?
Where are these people?
Don't they come back on Halloween?
I think the most important
One
notion here is to
enemy
understand that human experience is 100% self-contained.
Where are doing
No, this is what I'm saying. See, right now, you're fixing the boundaries of who you are only from the boundaries
30
of
seconds
sensation.
left.
Where there is sensation, it's
Go
you.
plant.
Where there is
Fashion,
no
DM plant.
sensation, it's
Just
not you,
go.
isn't it?
Could I just ask a question? I don't want to
Looks
get
like
too
I
far
was
ahead,
wrong.
but I want to bring this
No
back
trouble.
for the impulsive audience who may not be aligned with this way of thinking or know who you are exactly or your approach. I have always been one to have a tough time with all of this. Me and Andre have had many conversations about it. I'm open-minded to it, but at the end of the day, I always have a Verizon bill to pay. I have health insurance that needs to be
You
paid.
go to the phone bills. No, you don't use the phone, there are no bills actually.
Okay, great, right. But great, and I love that. But I've got bills to pay.
No,
I've got to earn money.
let's come to the Verizon later. Right
Okay.
now, first of all, how do you define who you are and what you are? Essentially, whatever is within the boundaries of your sensation is you. Whatever is outside the boundaries of your sensation
One
is somebody
enemy
else,
remaining.
isn't it? See, right now, this water in this vessel, is this you?
Blocking
No.
sight.
Before paying the Verizon, you need to drink water.
Correct. Yes.
Is this you?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
No.
See, like I said,
Yes,
it's hard
bro,
for me
yeah,
to
come
get on
here.
your level to answer the question,
no.
is the water in the
Yeah,
glass
yeah,
me?
yeah.
You know,
It's
I've
not
been
you.
taught that the
Yes.
water in the glass is not me.
Yes, but if
I'm
you
trying
drink
here.
it, if you drink
Push
it,
it, push it, push it.
will it become you?
That's why I don't know.
No, right now, two-thirds of your body is water.
So it does. It is me then.
It is you.
Okay.
Is it still you in the toilet after you pee it out as well?
That's up to you
What
to
are you
decide.
talking about, bro?
Then you'll get flushed out.
What are you gonna
Cat,
decide?
toilet, huh?
I feel like it's more kind of goes through. You know what I mean? Like a
It
car.
doesn't go through, please. Hello, it's not like
My
gas.
ult's not ready.
I know, it's not like gas or engine oil. Here, your body is the composition of food that you've eaten, water that you drank, and the air that you breathe. Yes or no?
Yes.
So
I
right
agree, yeah.
now, we're just going to water as an example. If it's here in this vessel, it's definitely not you. Yeah. But the moment you drink it, it goes and integrates itself into this body on some level. A part of it may go out, that's a different matter. The rest of it stays, all right? So now that it is here, this water which is in this body, are you not experiencing this as myself?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. May I ask a question? And
One enemy
like, this
remaining.
is a good question. I'm very new to this, and I just want to
You're not new to life, I'm only asking you simple
I
questions.
wouldn't be too sure. I don't know. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm here today.
Blocking sight.
My question is this: if the water is me and I drink the water,
No, I didn't say it's you, I just asked you a question.
oh, okay.
No
So is it or is it not?
Well, he's in the middle of a spiel, bro. He's not done yet. So maybe put a pin in your question.
No, the simple thing is this. Is it true your body is an accumulation
Last
of
player
food,
standing.
water, air and…
Come on, yaar. I gave him
Correct.
50 damage.
So similarly, the water is here, it's not you, you know that. But the moment it's inside, you experience this as myself.
Attackers win.
Why? Because it's within the boundaries of your sensation. So your idea of who you are is only because
Talk
of the
some
boundaries of your
sense, yaar.
sensation.
He talks
If you touch
sense.
this, you know this is
Little
not
bit at
me.
least.
If you touch this, you know this is me. Because here there are sensations, here there are no sensations. But boundaries
when
of your
people just
sensation
disregard
can be
him.
stretched. Simply if you did this,
you know?
you will feel sensations between your
Like
arms,
this
between
guy,
your palms.
Logan
Well, you
Paul.
have heard somebody had a… whatever, an unfortunate incident and they…
But
chopped
things that
off
isn't
his
bullshit.
leg.
Then why the
And
fucking talk to
still
him,
the
you know?
experience of leg is still there, though the physical leg is not there. Because there is a sensory body. As there is a physical body, there is a sensory body. This sensory body, how large it is depends on how intense
Match
your life
found.
energies are. If your life energies
know,
are
he's
very
right.
effervescent and
He's
intense,
right.
your sensory body becomes larger than your physical body. Why everybody is rubbing each other all the time is because they want to experience somebody else as a part of themselves.
He's not wrong.
If your sensory body became as large as this space, you
Why
would
do I have
experience
sex?
everybody here as myself. This is what you're thinking is love, this is what you're thinking is sexuality. All that's happening is your sensory body, because of a certain moment of exuberance, has expanded. Because it's expanded, somebody feels like they're just a part of you at that moment. So now, what yoga means is, you make your life energy so exuberant, it takes some work. You make it so exuberant, if you sit here, the entire universe is a part of you. Because your sensory
Not
body
wrong.
is stretched like that.
Not at all
So
wrong.
your whole experience of life as to what is you and what is not you is determined by where there are sensations, it's you, where there are no sensations, it's not you, isn't it?
Correct.
Where I was going with that question, and trying to phrase it the right way. It's
Just
just that
change the phone company.
leave the phone. Forget the phone company. We don't need phones, right? I guess.
Anyway, in half the country, that phone company doesn't work.
Right. Got it. Where I was going with it is just that I think to a lot of people that listen to this conversation, this is the conversation itself and the entire thought process is viewed by many people as a luxury that many people don't have the time, the ability to sit in and to understand where does my life force end. I have 4 kids. We live in a 1-bedroom, apartment in New York.
You shouldn't have made 4 kids if you have only 1 bedroom.
Right. Okay.
Simple
Okay.
thing.
Cool. Well, I get it. Now we're talking about
Last player
morality. of
standing.
parenting. I get it. But what I'm saying is, people find themselves in circumstances whether they plan to be there or not, and life has a way of dictating how much energy we can devote to
30
this
seconds
type
left.
of
Bro,
extracurricular.
अपना पीछे देख ले,
Some
तेरा
would call it
trap
paranormal.
wire
Some would
वो
call it,
trigger हुआ।
No,
theoretical.
no,
thing.
you should not,
Let me answer this
no, one
question.
second, you should not put labels on things that you don't. You just say, right now I don't have time, I don't have
Bro,
energy to do
arey,
that,
no,
I will come
bro.
to that, okay?
Okay.
But don't put
Then
names
without
on this, that
headphone?
is extracurricular, it's not
No problem.
extracurricular. It is most fundamental to life.
Nah.
If you want to live a sensible life, it's important that you know at least what is the nature of your existence. Without knowing the nature of your existence, if you try to handle this, you'll make a fool of yourself with the world.
Right.
So now that we know that,
Got it.
and you ran us through that, now that we know the nature of our existence.
No, we don't.
No. I thought we just went through all this. I'm the water that I drank.
Everyone rush B.
No, you don't come to a conclusion like
Okay.
that. It is opening up one
late.
possibility.
Get out of
This
my
is
way.
for you to wonder what is the nature of my existence, which he thinks is a luxury. I'm saying it's like this. You wanna handle something, let's say you wanna handle this camera. You know nothing about it and you handle it. What will you produce, I'm asking?
Bremen,
That was some
Omen,
horseshit.
Yes, that's what
Remember,
life is for most
Rana,
people, that's what he's saying.
Horseshit.
In one room they had 5 children. Why? In one room you should know what to do.
I'm with you. I guess my question is, if I go to the grocery
Let's
store,
go
right,
B.
and I get to the register and I'm buying my lettuce and all of my organic vegetables, I get to the register and they say, that'll be $62.50.
No,
and I
this
explain to
this
them,
organic vegetable alone is too extracurricular. Just buy it in Walmart.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so I'm at the Walmart counter and they asked me for $62, and I say, but I have found out the fundamental principles of life, and I have a life
Nice,
force that exists in between my hands when I rub them together.
See, this guy, bro, this guy
What I'm
just
getting at is how do
talks rubbish,
how do
talks
you
rubbish.
enthrall and ignite the masses to take part in this conversation about what life is.
Seriously,
That's
ये
what I was
Mike
trying to get
Malek
to
को
with this
निकाल
whole
देना चाहिए यार, impulsive
Taking
से.
a long
He's
ride.
just
I
too
want
much.
to, I want
I
to
hate him,
understand. You're
actually.
dismissing a whole lot of human beings.
Yeah,
as
he is
masses.
dismissing
There
such
are no
a
masses,
lot of.
there are individual human beings everywhere. If you have the patience, if you have the compassion, if you have the involvement, even if you go into the slum, there are individual human beings.
Watchmate,
There is
watchmate.
no slum dwellers there. Hello? Yes or no?
Bro, क्या कर रहा है
There's
Phoenix?
massive
तेरे
people,
सामने से
there are
गई
no
यार
such
वो.
people. There are individual human
Sewer
beings.
में रही.
Every one of them is concerned about his or her life. Every one of them want to live well. I'm saying, if you want to use the for a training, isn't it? Hello?
Right.
Isn't it so? So I'm just talking about the instruction manual for such a complex machine that's been given to you. The most sophisticated technology on the planet is this one, the human mechanism. Without knowing a thing about it, if you think you can handle it well, you cannot.
अंदर just खेल रहे सब लोग.
If I can just interject here real quick, I think that for me, when it comes to spiritual seeking, it boils down to the question of who am I, right? What is the nature of my existence? And the
यार
point,
ले लेता
right,
यार
is
मैं उसको
to understand who I
यार.
am, I have to first understand who I am not. And so I feel
भाई
like he
अपने
was
बंदे क्या कर रहे हो भाई Phoenix?
touching on like most people are so identified with
कुछ
their
कह रहा
mind
था
and
अपना
body
बंदा.
processes, and they think
Phoenix
that is
कुछ
dumb.
नहीं किया,
So I
सामने
think
से
what he
गया
was
उसके
trying to
यार.
do is give it a distinction.
रेज मेरे को मारा
It's a
सामने से जाके उसके
separation
कुछ
of-
नहीं किया,
of
वो
who
खड़ा है
you
उधर
are and
छुप
what
के
your mind and body are.
मिड पे. वो
That
तफरी
is
करने
one
आया स्पाइक
aspect.
रश में मेरे को लग रहा है.
First of all, I'm saying, if you want to conduct something well, will you conduct it well if you know everything about it? Or will you conduct it well if you know nothing about it?
The former.
That's all. You want to stand in the
My
grocery
ultimate's
line.
ready.
If you are smart, you will never stand in a grocery line. I have not stood in a grocery line for years. All right, for decades. Why?
Spike planted.
Because you're Sadhguru.
It doesn't matter. But somehow,
Each
you will
other
not end up doing basic things for the rest of your life. You will get to do something better. Because every human being is wanting to do something better, wanting to do something bigger, wanting to live bigger, yes or no?
Yes, but I don't think many human beings are willing to activate on their desires. I say this all the time. Everyone wants bigger, better,
Yes,
faster,
that's the whole thing.
more expensive, more valuable.
They are only complaining like this.
Right, but aren't willing to do what it
Those who
takes
are
to make
willing
it
to
happen.
understand what is the nature of their life and act upon it.
So the curiosity that would lead to the answer to that question, and it also it sounds like what originally drove you to meditate on that mountain. Because I know, again, at 25 years old, there was
In
like
one
a spiritual awakening
millisecond,
where you
more
said every
whatever.
cell in your body was some
Bro,
sort of ecstasy.
how much
you had
old
no
are you,
sense
bro?
of time, and you kept having these
What?
revelations. And
How old are you? How
one
old
time
are you?
You sat outside for 13 days. And you opened your eyes, you thought it had been
Kitne saal
what, I
ke ho
think
bhai?
about
Kitne saal
25
ke ho?
minutes. So did that sense of curiosity, is that what led you to go down the path you went?
We must understand, it is intrinsic to human intelligence to want to know something more than what is there. If you leave your dog out
Wait, पे हूँ
here,
मैं.
he's just sniffing out.
आजा.
My ult's not
Even
ready.
he's curious, he wants to know everything that's there in this garden. What's wrong with the human beings? The only thing that's wrong is they've arrived at too many conclusions, either because of religious beliefs
Lol.
or philosophical
B पे
beliefs
plant कर रहा है,
or
B पे plant कर रहा है.
ideologies
Spike
or
planted.
some nonsense that they've concluded and they've
आराम
lost
से hold कर.
the
आराम
sense
से.
of the intrinsic nature of your intelligence is wants to expand,
Phoenix
wants
की
to
ping
know.
आई है, opponent
This
वाले
is
की,
not
उसको
somebody
ले
has to
लो,
teach
yeah.
it to you. This is natural. You leave a
Yeah.
child, it wants to look at everything, isn't it? So where did you lose it? Because
City
you
में दे,
made up
city
your
में दे,
philosophy
city में दे दे.
of socialism.
Last player standing.
If I can just riff on that just for a second.
Don't
For,
refuse.
छोड़ दे, अब
for
छोड़
me,
दे.
when I was growing up, a lot of my friends called me, like they gave me the title of
One
seeker,
enemy
and it was
remaining.
because I asked so many questions relentlessly and tried
Like
to
you
poke
could
holes
stop me.
in what a lot of people would say.
Just refuse.
And I
आराम से
Really
आराम से हो
unplugged,
जाएगा.
I,
Nice one.
I believe in you.
My ult's ready.
Carry on.
And so you
Match
speak about how creating conclusions and beliefs about the world, when if you really scope out and take a macro view of like, we really don't know what's going on here within humanity. If we scope out and we see that we're a blue marble hurling around a gas of fire at incredible speeds, it's like, take yourself back and realize that the beliefs that I made about, you know, just dogmas and religions
Get out
and
of my
politics
way.
and everything that you hold so close is hindering us from being able to look into what you actually are. And so if you could just speak on how creating beliefs and conclusions about everything destroy our ability to seek, I think it would be very valuable.
जो भी ये breach है
How
पागल
many
है.
of you believe in God?
Joke's over! You're dead!
Got about 5 people.
आन दो ना ये
How
पे
many
यार.
of you believe you have two hands? Just raise one hand.
Satchel out. Feeling sight.
Do you believe you have 2 hands? No.
One enemy remaining.
He's raising them both just to prove it.
So I'm asking you, do you believe you have two hands
chalo.
or do you know that you have two hands?
Both.
Really?
Yeah.
Both. If you know you have two hands, where is the need to believe you have two hands?
One follows the other.
No.
Why not?
If you know something, why do you have to believe it?
30 seconds left.
If I know something,
Yes, sir.
why do I have to believe it?
Yeah, you
Because
know it.
I believe one follows the other.
CT what CT?
No, no.
I believe the truth.
Never.
I have
He wasn't
hands, that's the
CP.
truth. I believe it.
She's that side.
Word believe means
Nice.
Defenders
Nice, nice, nice.
you do not know something, but you believe it is so.
Yeah, that is
True,
the
but you
point.
could believe and
If
know
you
See, I believe
don't know
you're a good
something,
guy. What does it mean?
So you don't know
you
that.
have to
I don't
believe
know.
in it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what you are, but I believe you're a good guy.
Okay.
I
Match
believe
found.
he's nice and I went to him and he was terrible.
So are you saying forget about the belief and just
No,
stick
no,
to
I'm
what
not
we
saying.
know?
But
No.
first understand the distinction between knowing something and believing something.
Got it.
So whatever we do not know, it is most wonderful of you and human of you to see I do not know. Because I do not know is a tremendous possibility. Tremendous possibility. The moment you destroy I do not know, your entire learning and expansion process has come to a cease. And this is what you're doing with your belief. That you believe this, you believe that. All these days people were saying, I believe God. Now they're saying in California, I believe in myself. I don't know what that means.
Ooh, I believe in God, and I do know that there's a God.
Hmm?
So you're saying to sacrifice my belief? So I
I'm
can
not asking you
No.
to do anything. I'm asking you to look at the distinction between knowing something
Yeah.
and not knowing something.
What is the metric for which
This guy, this
something
Mike
goes from
Velak,
belief
bro.
to
I hate
knowledge?
this guy.
Is
Fuck him.
the
Not knowledge.
Fuck
I
him.
just want to
We're
limit.
talking about knowing.
Right. So
I hate
Let
him.
me
Is
make
the-
a
is-
distinction between knowledge and knowing.
Just
Okay,
disregard
knowledge
कर देता है
is
सब
an
कुछ. He just
accumulated
disregards
information.
everything.
I know this and that.
Not at
By
all open
knowledge
to
means
new
I have
thoughts
accumulated
or
information. Today
can't
everybody is
fucking
knowledgeable
believe
about
that
everything.
someone
This doesn't
else
mean to
has
say they know it. They know it
different-
through the phone screen, everything in the universe.
different life than
but
him.
they don't know it by experience of anything. So knowing is by experience. I have two hands, is my knowing. I know it is there, all right? Even if I close my eyes, it's there. If you argue with me, it's there. It's there anyway. So belief is something else. Right
What
now
the
I know
fuck?
something, I do not know something. These are two facts of life.
So
If you live in truth, you will know some things, you will not know some things. What you do not know, naturally your intelligence will want to know, you don't have to seek it consciously. The moment you see I do not know, your intelligence will start working. The in-between thing is, what you do not know, you want to believe and make yourself feel like you know it. And that's caused
Fuck you.
tremendous trouble to human beings. Assuming things that they do not know.
I think that's one of the biggest problems with this country.
Last player
How long
standing.
we've been here,
Yes.
but I think it's safe to say
One enemy remaining.
America's probably the most divided
आने दे.
it's ever been.
Need.
The pandemic going on.
Well, you
Oh
got
my
a similar
God,
problem.
Yeah, it is better than that. But I wonder how close we are to something like that happening.
No.
Truthfully, we
Election
the
time,
riots.
everybody gets hot.
I wanted to build off of his knowing versus believing. I don't remember which school of thought, if it was Plato or Aristotle, but do you
Guy,
believe
he's
that
so annoying, bro.
all knowledge
just fucking
comes
annoying.
from what is gathered by one of the sensory parts of life, by one of the senses? Is that your belief? You see something, you
So
believe it, you
fucking
smell something, you
annoying.
believe it, or is there room for faith? Is there room for metaphysical understanding of certain things? Do you leave that open, or do you have to experience it through one of the senses?
See,
Fuck
if go by
you.
your
I
sense of
hate this
perception.
game.
Last player
Right
standing.
now I touch this.
Heaven,
and
one.
I say it's cool.
That is under heaven. Rena is heaven.
Only because it's cool.
One enemy
Man,
remaining.
I'm saying
sahi.
Spike planted.
if somebody else who is much cooler than
Flash
me
cut, flash cut.
touches this, they'll say this is
Oh,
warm.
fuck.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So I'm saying your experience of senses is a very relative experience. It's good enough for survival, not good enough for knowing the nature of what it is. For survival
Okay.
process, you are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, which is what you're saying. You go to the grocery store, all this is good enough. But if you
Last
want
round
to know
in the
what
half.
it is, you cannot know through your senses.
How do you know? I want to get into that. How do you find out what it really is beyond your senses? What's the practice that gets you there?
It's not about a practice. First of all, see, if you want to cross a border, first you must get to the border, isn't it?
Joke's over! You're dead!
Right now you want to go to Mexico, you can't go from here, you must at least get to the border first. So if you want to know, this is why I started with the border, but you went into something else.
Fuck
I
you.
started
By damage.
comes and touches, it's a sensation. If you see something, it's a certain
One
kind
enemy
of sensation.
remaining.
If you smell something, it's a certain kind of sensation. Everything in your experience is sensation, it may not be sensational, but it is sensation, that is why we are calling them as sense organs. They create sensations in the system. These sensations are vital if you want to live in this world, if you want to survive in this world. Otherwise you wouldn't know anything. Suppose you had
Spike
no
planted.
ears, eyes, nose, nothing. Would you know what is here? Nothing, isn't it? Total blank. You fall asleep, what is happening? Your heart is beating,
CT,
your
what
liver
CT?
is functioning, kidneys are functioning, everything functioning, now it's telling you even your brain is functioning. But you don't know things simply because all the 5 gates of sensations have closed down, isn't
Why?
it? So your experience of life is right now limited to sensory perception, and that is the reason all this confusion,
Switching
because
sides.
the nature of sensory perception is such, if you see this part of my hand, you cannot see this part of my hand, isn't it? So you always perceive everything in parts. Now with these parts, you are trying to make a whole. It doesn't work like that. Right now, people's understanding of what creation is, what existence is, it's
अबे एक साथ
a
रश करो भाई, एक
trillion-piece
साथ don't divide,
jigsaw.
don't divide.
But they find three pieces, put it together and they form something and say, this is it, I believe this is what it is. You can believe whatever you want. If we work hard enough on you from your childhood, we can make you believe any damn thing in the universe, just know this.
I agree with that. Is that a shortcoming of humanity? Is that because our brains have not developed to a point where we are no longer limited by what we smell here? Or is there a way to break that boundary? And have you done it?
Evan. Don't peek, bro.
The deficiency is people are trying to operate without using the user's manual. They don't know their brains. That is a problem because they have lots of beliefs.
रहना because रहना के पास
Lots of
golden gun है.
beliefs and beliefs and beliefs, so they can't use their brains. But the moment you see, I do not know something…
Shit, बहुत तू move है भाई. बहुत move है भाई. इनको बोला भाई peek
I
मतलब
think
peek
saying I don't know is one of the most
तुम लोग
powerful
एक साथ
statements.
rush क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं भाई? एक साथ
Bro,
rush करो
spike
भाई.
rush है, chill मार, ठीक है,
Exploration.
समझा क्या?
You have come to America,
पता है
I'm
भाई.
saying. Isn't
ये
it?
लूडो
चिल
नहीं
मार के खेलना है, खेल नहीं तो निकल
To
बहन चो.
America because of
दिमाग खराब कर रहा
exploration.
है.
Not because they believed, nobody believed there was a land here. They thought they were going to India. Yesterday somebody asked me, what is your experience of
चिल मारने बोल
you
इसको.
know, that Columbus
साला spike rush
landed
खेल रहा है,
in
इतना
America
aggressive हो
and
रहा है.
called the people here Indians. What do you think about it? How do you feel? I said, I'm glad he didn't land in India, but I'm sorry he landed here.
You talk about this necessity for curiosity and this I don't know or questioning.
See, don't use the word curiosity.
Okay.
Curiosity is a very surface thing.
Okay.
But when you realize I do not know, there is a pain of not knowing.
Right, and it leads to that question. Right?
Last player
One
standing.
of the things that some people use that aren't as that don't sit on a meditation system to get to that place of curiosity. Sorry, to get to that place of questioning and not
Match
knowing
point.
and being open to looking at things in new
Can I
ways.
supply some vocabulary?
What's that?
Seeking.
Seeking. Thank you so much. Like I said, brand new to this. One thing some of these people use is mind-altering drugs. Ayahuasca, psilocybin, lysergic acid. What are your thoughts on getting to this place of understanding through alternate means?
Cover going out.
See,
The hunt begins.
it's like you can jinx the brain to create all kinds of experiences. Just by strongly dreaming about it, you can do it actually. You can do it. You can hypnotize somebody and make them go through all kinds of things. If you're only hunting for experiences, it's fine. But what I'm talking is not about hunting for experiences, a genuine exploration. If you put on a VR and sit here, you may go to Mars right now. But you've not gone to Mars, that's all I'm saying. So by making some chemical changes forcefully, by introducing something, whether it's of natural origin or it came from the backstreet of something, it doesn't matter where it came from, you stimulate something chemically and an experience happens. If you
Last player
did it
standing.
just one time and you use this as a way to
Defenders
understand
win.
that I'm capable of this experience. You know, yesterday I was just doing the daily quote today morning. The quote was something like this, if I can repeat that. It is like, whatever was the most wonderful and the peak level of emotion or experience you had, make that your baseline in your life. Because you're capable of that, all right? You're capable of that. What you're capable of must happen. What you're not capable of will not happen, that's a different matter. What you're capable… if you're capable of a certain level of joy, that must be your baseline. Now you will explore what's beyond. Now
Match
most people
found.
think these peak experiences happen only when somebody loves me, only when I pop this pill, only when I smoke this stuff. This is the wrong way to do it. If you used it just once to understand that my body and my
उसमें SY
experience
BCom
is
का numbers
capable of
डाल और
reaching
TY
such a
का भी
peak,
numbers डाल.
and then you start living there, that's great. But every
First
time
sem,
you have to
second
pop
sem, third
something
sem,
and
वो सब.
tomorrow you're sick, what's the point of that?
Sadhguru, peace and happiness. I know I've asked you all, what do you truly want, right? What do you truly want in this life? And we, in the 3D material world, are chasing a lot of things because of the feeling that it's going to give us, right? And so peace and happiness seems to be the answer amongst a lot of people that I ask. And I hear you talk about how peace should be the fundamental baseline foundation in which you live, not the highest aspiration. And so if you could speak for people that don't have that peace currently within their life and want that to be the basis for their whole life, how can they do that?
Yeah, this is the most unfortunate thing in the world.
Multitasking as fuck, bro.
Just
Multitasking
do not know
as
how to
fuck.
be at ease. They're not even at ease. Forget about joy, forget about blissfulness. There is no ease, they're all in this jangled state. And now they say, this is how human beings are. Doctors say because that's their business. Pharmaceutical companies say that's their business. See, for example, United States, we're here in USA. So let's take this as an example. This is the most affluent country on the planet right now. Why does an individual person or a society or a nation seek affluence? In the first stage of affluence, it's a choice of nourishment. I can eat what I want. If I'm hungry, if I'm thinking of money, why? Because if I have money, I can eat whatever I want. In the second level of affluence, it's the lifestyle. I can live the way I want, I can do things the way I want to do. So now in the most affluent country where there is a choice of nourishment and a choice of lifestyles like nowhere else,
30
why are you
seconds left.
spending $3.25 billion?
Last player standing.
Something's wrong with it.
What is this, yaar?
When you have a choice of nourishment and choice of lifestyle, why are you sick, I'm asking?
ऐसे लग रहा है पिचकारी मारे.
$3.25 trillion is more than India's budget, all right? Annual budget for 1.2 billion people.
So where do we go wrong?
And that's what we are looking at. No, it's not about greed. The problem is, without understanding, if you do not know how this camera functions and you use it, I'll assure you this is going to break down in 3 days. Yes or no? One who knows it, they may use it for a lifetime. One who does not know it will break it in 3 days, yes or no?
Yep.
That's all you're doing.
Yep.
Blocking sight.
No, it's not about them. You are in charge of the life, you don't know what you're doing.
My ult's ready.
Because you think by fixing the outside world, everything will be okay. Because roads are done, bridges are done, airplanes are flying, you think everything is done. No. Human experience essentially happens from within you. Outside conducive atmospheres we want to create, that is there. See, it's like this. If you look at it, he articulated this in one way. Essentially,
30 seconds
what
left.
is it that you want? You want
Bro,
pleasantness.
AFK बोला ना bro.
If body becomes pleasant, we call it health. Do you want it?
So badly.
If it becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. If mind becomes pleasant, we call this peace.
Last round before the
If it
switch.
becomes very pleasant, we call this joy. If your emotions become pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call it satsang. Only to create your surroundings in a pleasant manner, you need the cooperation of all these people. But for pleasantness of body, pleasantness of mind, pleasantness of emotion and energy, it is 100% your business, yes or no?
Yep.
So only to create pleasantness around us, we need because there are many forces involved, we need help from them, we need cooperation from them.
No!
Otherwise anybody
You
can
got
make
the
it nasty
golden
right
gun.
now.
Omen has golden gun,
But
bro.
what happens in your body, what happens in your mind is absolutely your business. If you take charge of this, you're at least competent to do it. Otherwise, you're always at somebody else's mercy. Why everybody wants to meet the most
30
wonderful
seconds
person?
left.
Why? I'm asking you, why the hell are you not that wonderful person? Why are you looking for that wonderful person to mess them up?
Revealing area.
Andre
There they
brought
are.
up something which
Shut down.
is near and dear to me, and this is this
Yeah,
fight
indeed.
or quest for inner peace. And
Long.
you speak about this a little bit, and you speak about people's inability to understand and to not ask the right questions or to not seek properly. What are your thoughts
क्या बोल रहा था?
on
I
underlying mental
literally
health
took every
conditions as a combatant
Switching
to
sides.
people's ability to find
Match
that inner
point.
peace? Do you believe in true mental health as scientifically diagnosed? Are you not a believer in it?
Reloading.
I'm not a believer or a disbeliever of anything. I'm willing to look at every aspect of life as it is. Is that okay?
Everything's
Because you-
okay. Who am I to say that it's not okay?
No,
Sadhguru.
because you're continuously coming back to belief. Do you believe this? Do you believe that? I don't believe a damn thing. Nor do I disbelieve anything.
Rena
What happens
mid,
when you die?
Rena and Phoenix mid.
I love that laugh.
Why are you making me die? Why don't you ask that question
What
of
happens
yourself?
what happens when I die? Sadhguru.
Some things you know best only by experience.
Sure, you want me to die right here, right now?
Washing
back and
powder,
tell us
Nirma.
This will get a lot of views. I'll tell you that much. No, I won't do it. But seriously, dude. So you, based on what you just said, technically you don't have a belief on what happens when you die. But surely, you think something.
I've just this year, in the month of February, I published a book called Death, which is on my top seller
30
selling
seconds
list for the
left.
last 10 months, continuously.
Fuck you.
The book is titled as Death. and
Spike
Inside.
planted.
It's only for
Last
those
player
who shall die.
standing.
That's gonna be well. It's the, how could they read it?
This book is for me.
Of course.
Attackers win.
What happens when I die? Well, maybe not me, but like, does one go to heaven?
Well, which heaven you want to go? Because every religion has their own heaven.
This is where it gets tricky. Now
See,
you've lost
I'll
me.
tell
and
you, because you do not know what is in the heaven, let me describe it to you.
Match found.
In the Hindu heaven, food is very good. If you're a foodie, that's where you must go. In the other heaven,
Let's go.
there are, long white gowned ladies floating in the sky. You like that means, you go there.
That one's Mike's.
I like food.
In another place, you'll encounter virgin problems. If that's what you're looking for, you go there. But what do you have to do to go there? You got to die first. That's an important thing. When you die, depending on your culture, we will either bury you, burn you, cut you and throw you to the birds, do something with your body. Because this body is a piece of this planet. When your job is done, you must put it back. If you've not done anything eco-friendly, at least this much you must do, put the damn body back. Some people are talking about going to Mars with it, all right? You must put it back, that is one sensible thing to do. I'm telling everybody in United States, I know I will become very unpopular. Why are you wasting cutting a tree when a man dies? At least plant a tree here, because you make good manure.
Have you seen those sacks? Have you seen seriously?
Yes, I know.
There's these sacks you can place your.
Plant a tree, all right?
I gotta ask you, is Mars out of play? Like in the way of that you seek? How can I ask this question properly? Like if I get buried on Mars, is Mars out of play?
Your body material,
Blocking sight.
unless you want to be exported to another planet, this material you picked up from this planet, when your job is done, it's best to give it back because it's just a loan.
Well, some girls
Mother Earth gave you this body thinking that you will use it for your well-being and put it back when your job is done. You want to steal it and run away somewhere.
Well, some girl at Whole Foods once told me that I was just made of stardust. She was very convincing of it. She said, we're all just stardust.
Stay taut as a boasting. The fight the mental.
Wait, I guess what I'm getting at is this, like,
Let's finish this.
Okay.
So, these are all different offerings in the heaven, but this thing is you must die first. When you die, we put your body here no matter what. In which form we put it somewhere, either in a sack or a box or whatever, we put it here. So you went to heaven and you don't have a body. Now what do you do with good food and virgins?
Oh, if you have no body, you can take advantage of good versions. Well, here's why it's tricky, because say you die at a very young age. Seriously, this is where I get confused. What goes to heaven? Your soul? Great. Is your soul,
Which soul, right or left?
the left sole on my shoe. Is it the soul? Something unfortunate happens. A 5-year-old dies. Does the soul of the 5-year-old go to heaven or hell as a 5-year-old soul? Does it go as the soul as the age you pass away?
There is no line between what you know and do not know. That's why all this confusion. Right now, you do not know the nature of your existence, but you're talking about a soul because somebody told you so. I'm not questioning whether it's true or not.
Last
All
round
I'm
in the
saying is
half.
you do not know. Hello? Something may be true, but you do not know. That's the important thing. Because unless it comes into your experience, it's not there, isn't it? See, right now, if I close my eyes and sit here and doze off,
That's fun.
all these people don't exist. Because they're not in my experience, isn't it so? It's only what is in your experience which is true for you. Rest you're just assuming. If you concretize your assumptions, that's called belief.
Are you afraid of dying?
I look like that.
It looks like you're a person who loves life.
See… The hunt begins! Life is not my decision, life has happened to me.
Last player standing.
If we were able to cause life, that's different, we didn't cause it. Something much bigger than us caused life for us. Now, it's your business to see that it happens at the highest point. Because you've been given an intelligence, you've been given a capability, you must see it happens at the highest point. When I say highest point, not in a social context, but within you. You must be at your peak. Otherwise you're a wasted life.
My ultimate is ready.
Can I take a second?
You have concerns that you have to pay your Verizon bill, so you go with a long face on the street. No, the thing is just this. Right now, the only and only and only thing that you have is life. Rest is all your assumption.
I think, you know, from religion to responsibility, from solace to solution, I hear in these conversations, and I'm really curious with the privilege that we have right now in this gathering, and with Logan's influence and the influence of many people that are watching this, they don't know where to begin. It seems like a lot, and it goes over their head. And so…
No, Vicky, it's very easy to… very clear where to begin. Unless you operate with in-between things like this. Right now, standing in the grocery queue, he's not even on his mind, all right? He's just throwing it because he thinks that is a philosophy which will counter everything. I want to tell you, I become a strong activist when I'm just 13 and at 14, 15 I'm thinking of joining armed struggle. So it's not new to me, that kind of logic, that kind of rhetoric, as if…
One enemy remaining.
Yes,
Last player
intellectually,
standing.
it looks
30
like
seconds
socialism,
left.
communism seems to be the ultimate solution. Please try it to enforce it and see what a mess it becomes. Go and see in other parts of the world where it's become an absolute mess, all right? So this is not because I like something, you dislike something, it's not about that.
Match point.
Ultimately, when
got
it
your
comes to
backs.
life,
Just,
what really
you know,
works for
from the
maximum
front.
number of people, that is the important thing, isn't it?
Regardless of the success rate of communism or socialism or the grocery line way of thinking, right, that I'm stuck in or have not thought my way out of, it is the way of things in this world right now, in many places, maybe not so much in other places. What is the reason for that? Is it the teaching of the parents? Is it the education system? Is it mostly religion? Who is the main perpetrator when it comes to set belief systems?
Enemies spotted.
And as opposed to giving us a starting point for creating new belief systems, how do you create a desire for the teachers of the next generation to think outside the box?
Last player standing. Spike planted.
In the name of religion, in the name of philosophy, in the name of ideologies of variety of kind, all sorts of things have been promised. And all the promises are relative, not here. I'm saying, because you're always continuously talking about belief, if you
Attackers
believe
win.
there is a better place than where we are right now, up there, why are you not gone, I'm asking? This makes sense to me. If you genuinely believe there's up there a better place than this, you should be gone, isn't it? Hello?
Well, based on the religions that people utilize to believe in this better place, we don't get to choose the day. The day is
You can
chosen.
choose the day.
Hold on a second.
You can choose the day, it's very simple.
Well, I think it just speaks into what we were talking about earlier, right? If we really knew that there was
Match
something
found.
outside after we died, if there was a heaven that we really knew, if we actually knew, then yeah, I would want to go right now.
Yeah.
But because it's a belief, that becomes a difficulty.
I'd like to hear George speak on this.
That's wrong. So like you said, life was given to us, so we're not allowed to take it. For example, I can't take my own life and I can't take Mike's life. To redeem the reward that the Lord has given to me at the end of my time, when He's chosen my time, not me. Because I haven't gone through what He's
Fine.
need me to go through, sorry.
I agree with you. You or anybody has no right to take life, yours or somebody else's. That is a given, all
Yes.
right? But I'm saying, why is it that the idea of a better place than this has come is because right now people are suffering within themselves, all right? Why are they suffering? I want you to understand this. Whether it's joy or suffering, essentially both of them are happening from within you. Is that so?
Correct.
If it's happening from within you, what happens from within you, at least what happens from within you, must happen your way, isn't it?
Very true.
If it happens your way, would you be blissful or miserable?
I wake up every single day blissful.
Blissful, I would presume.
Not presume, tell me.
Yeah,
If you had
yeah.
a choice, would you make it pleasant or unpleasant for yourself?
Pleasant. I'd probably go pleasant.
Yes. If you are feeling very pleasant, would you be always thinking of going to another place which is more pleasant?
No.
Right now, the entire human this thing is set up on a better place somewhere else.
So before, like, because a lot of people, if I say this, people are gonna comment down below, okay, sure, you feel like your place is great, but coming from 2005 board, where I'm working at a 9 to 5 every single day, and I do have a boss to talk to, I do have bills to pay, and I do have responsibilities that I do not want to take part of, I still found those days just as joyful as the situation I have now, because I invited the Lord into my life. So you're saying, why don't you just go there now? I'm saying, I
Last
don't.
I'm
player
not saying you should
standing.
go there.
You see?
No, but you're saying, no, I'm not saying you're saying, but I'm saying if that was the idea,
Right.
like,
Brim you
if-
bought.
okay, if there's a better place in heaven, why don't I just go now? My combat was, why don't
Shut
you
up.
just bring heaven here with you?
I think that's what he's saying.
No, that's what
you're both on the same
that's what I'm saying. So I am still looking forward to something greater, but I'm also bringing it here. So I feel like religion can do that, and I feel like
See, I've never said a word, I don't know from where you're getting this. I have never said a word, this is it or that is it. All I'm saying is, instead of simply seeing what I do not know as I do not know, in your mind. Now, is it true that major religions on the planet, unfortunately, are on a religious all the time?
Truth.
My ult's not blocking
Why?
sight.
Because I believe one thing, you believe another thing. After all, it's just belief, why don't we change it? The way it works. Because belief means you made it up.
I think just perspective
No time. My ult's ready.
still be on the same planet.
30 seconds left.
Millions and hundreds of people have died
One enemy
in 500
remaining.
years because of my religion versus your religion. You get a fact.
Fact.
True.
Yes, and I want you to believe, I want you to know this, that all these people genuinely believe that they're doing the right thing. when they
10
do that.
seconds left.
They believe 100%. Right now, that man who goes and explodes himself,
Easy.
he believes. See, anybody who stakes his life for something,
Last round
you
before
can't
the
question his
switch.
integrity, isn't it? I'm willing to throw my life for something.
I could question it. It depends what you're doing it for.
Yeah, I'm doing it for my God.
Who's different than your God? Do you see what he's saying?
Yeah, but true. But if your God interferes with my life, then
Yo, can I get this skin?
So what you just described is why there have been wars
Exactly,
and
that's what I'm saying, that
millions
you
of
believe
I want you to understand, everything starts off with this. If you worship the false god, you must what So that has been the basis, unfortunately. What you think is right is this is absolutism. That you think this is absolute. Everything else is not okay. I'm saying the thing is, the most fundamental thing is if you're truthful, if you're sincere about it, what you know, you know. What you do not know, you do not.
One enemy remaining.
You hardly know anything about anything, that's a fact. And just when you're walking on the street, if you do not know how you walk on the street, if you think you know how you walk on the street, is there a difference? You're a bulldozer when you think you know what… when you don't know, you are a…
Depending on what arena you work in, being the humble, nice guy may not always be the winning tactic. How do you bring that humility into the sales world?
Someone defuse,
Sadhguru.
Player standing.
Like I'm living in some Himalayan cave and I'll just come out. I want you to understand, I'm running an organization
This?
variety of activity across the world, right? With various active projects which are every day have to be done, and businesses that have to be run.
Switching
and
sides.
people on my hands all the time. So I'm not coming from a cave where I have no responsibilities, I have no nothing, I have
That was
nothing
bad,
to
no, that
manage.
was really
I'm
bad,
sitting here
actually.
and
Can I get that
talking
straight?
La La Land to you. Come on.
So I guess what you're saying is these exercises, these practices, this seeking is something that could be layered into the lives of just about anyone.
Please tell me this.
I'll do my best.
It doesn't matter what kind of job you're doing. Even if you're a soldier fighting a war, would it help to be very balanced? Then you will do, even if you
No
have to
charges
kill
left.
nothing more, nothing less. Right now, people are taking pleasure. Something has to be done sometimes and
Loud.
if the situations force you to do it, but you will do it only if it's necessary. But
One enemy remaining.
if you are not in that state, if there is a certain level of anger, certain level of anger and hatred in you will do things beyond the limits of what should be done. This has happened all over the world.
Match point.
In the name of nationhood,
this.
in the name of religion, in the name of race, in the name of caste, creed, every kind of thing, in gender, every kind of thing. People have done horrendous things. Why? Because they
Because they're
believe
shit.
this is
People
it.
are shit, bro. I
Absolutism.
hate people.
If you see I do not know, you will walk and see.
Absolutism is the devil. Can I say that accurately?
You're getting really…
Absolutism, no good.
The word.
I have a question. Never taken a sip of alcohol, right?
Blocking sight.
Ever taken a sip of alcohol?
I don't need to because I'm always down.
Ever smoke weed?
I'm always stoned, you've not seen my eyes yet.
I know that. So straight
My
edge.
ult's not ready.
But I'm wondering, as a
Here.
fellow person who's curious about life to the highest degree, or as you would say, seeking,
My ult's not blocking
how
sight.
have you not had the desire to try?
See, you are living in this that is
What's up? What's
No,
up?
sir, I don't. I'm from Ohio.
Okay. Well, I heard a lot of overdoses last 2 months.
yeah.
So, see, you are living in a certain society.
One
You
enemy
think
remaining.
This is the only I
Attackers win.
in a place where I make sure I'm not influenced by anything. Either whatever the religion around me, the family around me, the community around me, the politics around me, I made sure none of those things influence me. If nothing influences you,
Easy.
I keep telling people, see,
Match
I'm
found.
absolutely uneducated. They think uneducation means not going to school or college. No, uneducated means you did not pick up any ways of anybody's. You're simply the way.
That is the point.
The
That
life is-
that is the point.
Because your
No.
life, everything else is assumed. If you have experienced the nature of life that you are and the source of life which is also throbbing within you, Why would you try picking up leaves and weeds, son?
Aren't you curious?
I know what you know through the weed, I know a million X over that within myself.
There's
So why
actually
will I be
this
curious
there is
about
actually
something like
a
that?
technique
Do
that
you
you
play
can
with the
get
teddy bear
stoned
every day
without having any
Yes, he does.
weed or
Why are you
anything.
not-
He 100%
You won't
does.
pick, yeah?
Sadhguru, he
Are
does.
you not curious
Bro,
how
pick
it
it
feels?
fast,
The
yeah.
child loves it so much.
I went through the phase. I experienced it and
That's what
decided.
when you were a child it happened.
Correct. Right.
Just take
So
whatever,
I'm saying I
bro.
grew up when I was 4.5 years of age.
But even like the nature of psychedelics and the mind-opening experience that some people have, that
see,
doesn't.
right now, these 11 million volunteers have gathered and nearly 1 billion people are touched in one way or the other touch with us. See,
Shikamaru
I'm not selling tickets to heaven.
1443.
I'm
Shikamaru.
not offering miracles, pulling out gold chains from the sky or something like that. No miracle, no tickets to heaven, no anything. Why do you think they're gathering? Because I'm giving
Why they're
them
gathering?
dope.
He's selling me weed.
You're
No,
selling
no,
drugs.
Listen, no, don't
Real
stop
dope.
it there because it'll be dangerous. I'm giving them dope that no drug dealer can give them. If they close their eyes…
He just गांड पे लात
No, you're
मार
big
के
on
लेता है।
semantics.
Huh?
So
Match
semantics?
found.
Well, you're saying dope, and it's not actually dope. It's not weed. So what is it that you're selling? Like, what is your mission? What's your…
Well, there is a lot of scientific research which says there are millions of cannabis receptors in your brain. You think they're waiting for you to smoke weed?
Go. Let's go.
I don't know.
But they are there, that's a fact. So obviously, the system must have something to provide that possibility within the system. It is not that you have to go and pick something somewhere, it is here, because this is the greatest
Interesting,
chemical
bro.
factory. If you knew how to manage this,
Interesting. It's
you wouldn't be in the back
interesting.
streets. You would make it happen here.
Getting high off life.
Huh?
Getting high off life.
Look, I understand. I'm just saying, like, I'm also a fellow curious person, and I had the thought process that I cannot die on this planet not knowing what a psychedelic does to my brain. I refused. That's something I wanted to try before I died, and I did. And I'm just wondering, from a fellow person who is seeking, how that doesn't titillate you in some way.
See, the thing is this, right now, we are all sitting in the same place, breathing the same air.
It's so
Probably
weird to
we eat
think
similar
that
food.
people have found
At
these
this moment, what
things
is happening
in
within Hawaii, I
so
will not
big,
disclose anything in the universe.
such a
You give
big
me the word,
planet.
I will
People
not
find
tell you.
these things
That's
to
how
abuse,
it
you
is.
know?
That's happening within you.
It's so weird to think
You
about
won't
that.
know.
Match
Actually.
found.
So okay,
So
so I'm
weird.
lacking. So I'm curious because I'm lacking.
Because you
No,
don't have…
if weed or whatever else gave you a little experience, you must understand, weed cannot experience, it's you who experiences. Weed might have stimulated some experience within you. Whether it is stimulated from outside or inside is the only question, right? If it is from outside, it always has a flip side of negativity.
Sure.
to it. If it happens from within, when suppose there was… say people are drinking alcohol, if there was no hangovers, if there was no liver burning up, whatever, they would be drunk all the time. If you could be too fully drunk and fully alert all the time, would you do it? Everybody, I would
Yeah,
advise
why
you to
not?
drink alcohol, okay? Right now, that's all I'm telling you. There is a way where you can be fully stoned and fully conscious at the same time.
I believe you. You're also much wiser than
You don't have to believe
everyone
me,
here.
you just have to check out my life, how I live.
But I'm saying, surely you are in your early 20s, and I know, like, you grew up in the 60s. Before you had the spiritual enlightenment, there wasn't a part of you that…
Well, he said he aged at 4. So you're saying that us intoxicated,
Placing
we're
alarm
at a
bot.
level of here, but you
Placing
sober
swarm
here,
grenade.
and you're teaching people that,
Placing
from your past conversation, you're saying that if you wanted to try it once to tell your body you could be here, that's fine. But if you're going to consistently take it here, that's wrong. You shouldn't be using the substance to get you to happiness.
The compound wall of this house is 25 feet tall. You've not seen anything.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
But one day you went on a trampoline and jumped up and you saw there's a whole wide world out there. But for a moment, and you came down. You again want to leap?
Reloading.
This is addiction.
Lol, I forgot it was hard
Leap,
diffuse.
leap and have a little glimpse of it.
Still in sight.
So, what we do, we don't put you on a because we know you will fall down.
Beacon down.
How
It's
to build a
only as
ladder.
good as their skill.
Nothing
And
romantic,
that
nothing exciting about it. Building a ladder. You build a ladder, climb
I thought
across the wall. the
खत्म
job
क्यों
is
नहीं हो
done.
रहा है?
What if I hold on, I wanna ask you, what if I told you that acid
Placing swarm
made
grenade.
there be no wall?
Placing swarm
What if I told you that acid knocked that wall down into a pile of rubble that you never had to climb a ladder over ever again?
It's not true.
My question is why build the ladder if you have experience?
For fun? That's what I do. It is not because somebody tasted a drug or somebody has got some teaching, somebody believes in a scripture or in a religion. It is intrinsic to human nature to be something more.
Spike
That
planted.
something more, if it finds very physical
Nice, Gobi, Gobi, Gobi.
sexuality, if it finds emotional expression, we call
Oh,
it
he's
love.
unloading,
If it
reloading.
finds,
He's reloading.
mental expression, we call it what, conquest or shopping or whatever.
One enemy remaining.
Conscious expression,
Gobi, Gobi,
we call
Gobi.
it yoga. This is not decided
He's
by
that side.
you. This is the nature of life. It wants to be something more. How you choose to see? If you know only money, you're thinking more money. If you know only
go for
these
me.
kind of
Choose.
things, you're
Player
thinking
standing.
of more
Should I CD?
experiences. If you know love, you're thinking of more love. If you know knowledge, you're thinking of more knowledge. Whatever you know, you're trying to hit the peak with that.
No,
right?
yaar.
How do you know you
Last
found the
round
one?
in the half. Reloading.
Human or not, that omen can be killed.
How
Found it?
you know when you found the one?
Oh.
I want
Love that laugh.
I
by
want
the way.
answers.
I want to laugh like that.
One day.
Placing swarm grenade.
Do you need a beard to laugh like that?
You have to.
You have to have one.
Yeah.
You could probably start laughing like that.
I'm close.
Anyways,
Anyway, this is not the United States, nor is it 2020. This is 1990, and this is India, where things don't happen like how it happens here. That's all. I just looked at her and in 3 days we were married. So, when I went home, I said, because everybody thought I never married, because that was the contention, because I was living wild, all the time camping in the mountains, here, there, and I have no interest.
Spike planted.
One day I went and said, I'm married.
You will not kill my ally.
Last player standing.
Pet name, like what she's called, I didn't know her full name. Then they asked, what's the father's name? You don't know father's name? What's their caste? I said, I don't know.
Switching
You don't know
sides.
father's name, you don't know what the family is. How will you marry this girl? I said, I intend to marry only the girl, not the father.
But did you know?
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
What?
Did you know she was the one?
Absolutely.
You knew.
Was there ever a time in the marriage you were like, man, I picked the wrong one? You're like, this girl really is acting up.
We don't do those things.
you're putting me in
Because we are not… See, I want you to understand this. I know this culture is just built up now. If you're looking how to extract life from somebody, anybody, whatever kind of wonderful person you pick, they will destroy.
One enemy remaining.
Because you can't pick life, joy or pleasure from somebody else. If you're seeing that your life is an expression of your joy and you're seeing always how to do the best for that person, it never will happen to you that, oh, did I pick the wrong one? Did I do this? Did I do that? So tomorrow suddenly you think this is the wrong tree and cut it off and put some other tree. It's stupid.
That is stupid.
I feel like we look for in our culture, and it's the saying like, find my other half, right? Which in a sense is saying that we're incomplete by ourselves, right? And we're looking for joy in another being. And I think that's really the key, is just finding that if we can have two wholes come together, right? And so we're coming in union and relationship to not extract joy from one another, but to share joy within one another.
And these guys become wise.
Because of you. I've read quite a few.
Fuck you.
Are we on time?
I mean, I could probably sit here and ask questions all day.
Well, he's probably gonna play.
I need some answers.
Have you seen The Matrix?
Which pill would you take?
Which pill did you take? Or did you not take a pill? Have you seen The Matrix? Let's start there.
Last player
This
standing.
Mike Malek is such an idiot.
You are The Matrix.
He is
He's
selling
the,
dope.
so wait, he's the architect. He's the architect. You watch movies? I want. Can we
30
humanize?
seconds
Yeah, I want to do that.
Take you away from this
One enemy
Gandalf-esque.
Whoa,
wizard
that was
and
such a nice
humanize you. Do you eat cereal?
What do you eat for
Sadhguru,
breakfast?
please tell
teleport.
me.
Well, I ride a motorcycle, you see.
Yep.
What kind of motorcycle?
Well, I have a
10 seconds left.
Spike planted.
My dad has that motorcycle. He loves it. He loves it. He said he sold a pickup truck that I bought him to buy the motorcycle. He didn't tell me he sold the pickup truck and used the money to buy something else that I didn't give him. So I understand the love for the motorcycle. What'd you have for breakfast
Match
this morning?
point.
Let's get these idiots.
Today,
Let's get this idiot.
Reloading.
no, I just had brunch in the morning, not breakfast, because I normally get to eat only 1 meal a day, so
What'd you have?
it's an Indian food.
Indian food.
What's your favorite American movie? Home and Autumn? I neither. I have no idea. With a word.
I nodded my head like I knew them.
How do you stay cool with so much clothing?
Because I'm cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. What's your favorite spot you've been to in the United States?
146 damage, Viper.
But in
Really
the last
low.
few days, what
My ultimate is
I've
ready.
ridden through, like the
Initiated.
Art
CT.
National Park, Bryce Canyon, and the Zion Valley,
Go for the plant, Rena.
most amazing.
Someone go for plant.
Nature is beautiful
What CT?
and most incredible.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
Viper is really,
How
yeah.
many?
You will not kill my ally.
What was the scariest?
Always,
Heaven, spray heaven.
people always said there's no
Push heaven, push heaven.
does not exist, so always he's creating dangerous situations.
Nice.
The window
One more,
yesterday, I
one
had
more
9
heaven.
stitches in my arm.
Nice.
One card mistake.
Side, at side.
One enemy remaining.
I've heard
Free
of
fire. Free fire.
It's good investment.
No, hide.
We have time for one more question.
Flash.
Again, I can't just like the privilege that we
What
have here
CT?
with this platform, with Logan's audience, and the millions and millions of
Nice
followers
try.
and people that
Defenders
watch
win.
this. If there's something that advice that you think would be most beneficial that would impact people in the most positive way. I know there are many things.
Well, compared to a lot of people, he's very alive. If he channelizes that well, the good possibilities.
Play one
But
competitive.
in the
Should
mode
I?
that you guys have
Yes,
taken,
I should,
don't
I
know
guess.
whether you guys will channelize now or much later in your lives, because life is a combination of two things.
Sadhguru
A certain amount of time and certain amount of energy. Time is rolling away. You do something, you don't do something, you're happy, you're unhappy, tick, 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 it's going away for all of us. It doesn't stop for any of us. We cannot say, today I didn't use it, let me roll it back. There's no such thing. Time is just rolling away. So the only thing that we can manage is our energy. Our energies we can manage in such a way, either it is, very… makes your life
Talking
very
some
profound.
sense.
These are two aspects when it comes to life. One thing is to make your experience of life very profound. Another thing is your activity must be impactful. I think you guys are overly focusing on your activity being impactful, not invested on making your life profound. Because right now you think acid will make you profound, smoke will make you profound. Well, it gives you a facade.
I didn't say that. I asked you.
All right. All right. So I'm saying it doesn't make your life profound. In fact, it makes you frivolous, and it is also possible. I'm telling you, during my time, I'm saying when I was in university, I 13 of my friends over a period of 7-8 years, 13 of my friends died. Some to drugs, overdosing, some riding motorcycles too wild, not knowing where the limit is, trying to ride like somebody else, all right? You can ride to your limit. You can't do what somebody does. Somebody else may be doing something else. You must ride to your limit. You must know where is your limit and you stay on that edge and see how to push that edge. But you don't try to do what somebody else is doing right now. So like this 13 of my friends in 7-8 years' time, about 4 of them to drugs,
Match
remaining
found.
9 of them
sense,
to
yeah,
motorcycles.
some
They lost
sense.
their lives. They're all wonderful riders, they rode with me for many years. They're all… It's…
क्या आप जानते हैं कि आपका फ्लो
Hey,
क्लीनर
यार,
कोरोना
ad.
वायरस का खात्मा
Fucking
करने
ad.
Pick faster, guys. Pick faster. Pick faster.
They think I'm an old dog? I'll show them just how
There is nothing, just put it on the cruise and you sit.
Train
It's not
पकड़नी है
like
क्या
that in
बे?
India. You're riding, an elephant can be on the road, all right? And you need to be super alert and intuitive to ride at a certain speed. These are good guys, very good at what they're doing.
निकल फिर क्या कर रहे
But
थे?
somebody drinks and drives, rides. Somebody thinks he can smoke and then
आराम से
ride,
खेलो।
smoke up and then ride. Like
चल
these
मार
kind
रहा
of things, or somebody at any cost he wants to go ahead of somebody, whatever. Essentially, not calibrating your energies right.
You're very talented. And for the neck.
Those who died, died. Many others,
Reload.
they became accountants, they became lawyers, they became something else. They're all my age now. When I look at them, they're all successful people. They got money, they got wife, they got kids, all this, but no life in them. So this guy has got some life. Let's see how he handles and manages his energy, because time will run anyway, whether you like it or you don't like it. Today gets over, tomorrow happens, tomorrow gets over. It's happening to all of us. So these are the only 2 ingredients you have, time and energy. What you make out of your energy is the profoundness of your life and also the impact of your work. Please, all of you, make it happen to yourself. First and foremost, life experience. Then how you impact people, whichever way you do it, it'll be for the best.
All C long, all
But
C
if you
long.
live on the surface and try to impact people,
C long.
sometimes you will do
Put C long.
good things, sometimes you will do terrible things to people, maybe with good intention. Because most horrible things on this planet are done with best of intentions, not with bad intention.
Sadhguru, thank you for blessing us with your wisdom today. Can we get a round of applause for Sadhguru, everybody? Fantastic. Seriously appreciate the time. Yeah, for those listening, that subscribe button, we love you. Thank you once again for listening to Impulsive, the #1
Jet
podcast.
go, yeah,
Andre,
jet,
thanks for making this
go,
happen, bro.
What are these people saying, bro? No one at B.
There.
Smoke at my mark. Smoke at my mark.
Smoke's down.
Dude, give cover.
So how come C long? So how come C long?
He's gone.
One enemy remaining.
Take Phantom. Take Phantom.
Last player standing.
The dude, so are you sucks?
Revealing area.
So why is an imposter?
30 seconds left.
Never give up.
Never keep up.
Reloading.
Don't shoot at me, babe. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. I will kill you. I will kill you. I'm telling you, bro. I will kill you.
Revealing area.
Smoke's down.
Enemy spotted.
Don't die, guys.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, reload sucks, dude. Easy, you can get him. They are low.
Spike planted.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Just come by, just come by.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Behind. Dude, what you did? You were aiming really.
I thought there is one more.
Can you take Vandal for me?
That's why they put me in charge.
Thanks.
I dropped it. Someone picked it. I don't know.
Yeah, I picked it.
Okay.
Need equipment.
Buy me.
Thanks.
Thanks.
What's your rank?
They tire. We don't.
Iron? I don't play much.
Okay.
I've just started.
Revealing area.
Again. See long.
On the money. Open up the sky.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Steve my kill.
Never had a doubt. Let's keep it going.
Someone go at A. I'm checking at C long, okay? If they come from here, I will give you calls. But stay spread.
I'll just hold A.
Yeah. If anyone found enemy, then call fast, okay guys?
I think A.
C long.
I hear at A.
Yeah.
One at A. A.
Don't die, guys.
Hug.
Spike planted.
They're all on A. Just save. They change guns and save. One on B. Dude, don't push alone.
Last player
Nova.
standing.
Just pushed alone. क्या पागल है रे? Hold. Save. Go see.
You say something? Sorry, ear's still ringing.
Just go A.
Just go ahead and bring you play garage, okay? Can someone
So why is
go
alone
ahead,
on A?
please?
Smoke's down.
Go A.
Sage is low, Sage is low.
The breach.
Last player standing.
Try. It's easy, they are low.
They're just pushing C. Why?
Because they don't know how to play.
Here. Satchel out. Satchel out. On my mark. Let's fly. Enemy spotted. Found them. Spike spotted.
Where's the spike?
Nowhere to run!
He's low, he's
One
very low, he's
enemy
very low.
remaining.
Nice. What the fuck? I have 5 assists.
Where is she?
Reloading.
Last player standing.
She's low. She's 19 low. Don't push. Don't push. Let her come.
Take Vandal.
Nice. Take Vandal.
Use Vandal, it helps in long range.
I surrounded by minha família. We won't lose. On my mark. Careful.
Don't just go C. Everyone is at C.
Let us hunt.
I'm playing CL from the start, bro. Jet, I think you have to play on A.
There they are. I am the hunter!
All push B.
Get out of here.
One enemy remaining.
Take comp. Someone.
Last player standing.
Nice. Take comp. Behind you.
you.
She can't listen.
Careful. Here.
Brim, can you smoke at mid window?
Okay.
Keep
Yeah,
up.
smoke on mid window and garage gate.
Smoke's down.
I think some are A.
Nailed it. Spike spotted.
Got the spike.
Prepare for hellfire.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Reloading.
Survives. My quiver is never full.
Bro, I hate this gun. Give me a phantom. Someone wants a vandal. Give me a phantom, please. No? Fine.
Sell your gun.
Can't. I picked it up. I can't sell it.
Okay.
Let it be. B window.
Enemy
Smoke's
spotted.
down. Molly.
Off your feet!
Right between the eyes.
Camping
player
at B.
standing.
खाता है तो मैंने खाया हाँ खाता हूँ मैं भी रखता हूँ
None of my
खाना
stuff has
खाना
malfunctioned. Can we celebrate that? Reloading. Let's fly.
Revealing area.
Reloading. Enemy spotted. Bomb buddy out.
Stealing sight.
You're done. Reloading.
Stealing sight.
Watch this.
Never saw me.
Next.
You're here.
Careful here. Spike planted.
Enemy spot.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Diffuse.
What do you really expect her to work?
Reloading.
Last round before the switch.
Spend those creds before we lose them. Reloading.
हाँ okay
Watch and learn.
Shot dark.
hold on see
Smoke's
Shot
down.
done. Enemy down.
Switch your gun, Brent, switch your gun.
Gotcha.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Just so
No.
I really need.
survive really low. I think so. He's on the left.
No charges left.
Push on her. Push. Why you are taking ADS in close range, bro?
Switching sides. There. Careful here.
I'm going from here.
I'm watching
okay?
here.
Two of from here.
Careful here.
My ult's not ready. Out of charges.
Bleed them dry.
Please come with me.
So guys on mid B.
Disappoint me.
Someone is pushing mid.
Spotted. Enemy spotted. Spike planted.
Someone is coming along.
One enemy remaining.
Hold.
Out of charges.
On top. Heaven.
Last player standing.
A long. Nice. Take her ghost.
We get a pick, we move in. Got it?
भाई साहब जीत रहे हैं पर गंदे तरीके से.
Just take shield, take armor.
Smoke's down.
What the fuck? And someone see my asses.
Reloading.
Watch backstab.
Reloading.
No.
Last player standing.
Nice try. Peek. Okay. Nice try, guys.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
I had a shot. ले लेना चाहिए था यार.
Safety's off.
के लिए रुका था क्या पता.
Careful here. I'm watching here.
What? Are you noob, dude? Why you're running?
Reloading.
Backstab.
Enemy kill.
Reloading.
Sage is low. Omen is low.
Stay down.
Nice.
Last player standing.
Stick together, guys. Don't go away.
The slow fields are so annoying.
I think C.
I will rush garden. I will just get it.
Smoke's down.
Multiple enemies ahead.
Molly. Still got it.
Watch garage.
My ult's not ready. Stim beacon down.
Enemy spotted. Last player standing.
Bro, this is just too much.
Smoke's down.
Bomb buddy out.
Smoke's down.
There.
Behind, backside, B.
One enemy remaining.
Go B. Everyone go B. She's at C long.
Out of charges.
Nice. She's low. She's really low. But she can heal herself. Take an angle on the spike and set, bro.
You will not kill my ally.
Last player standing.
Bro, she raised someone. Take an angle and set. We got this. Save. Watch garage.
Clutch.
I could defeat it twice the
Right.
number. We got this. Reloading. I need to blow something up.
Cutting their vision.
Smoke's down. Prepare for hellfire.
Shock dart.
Rush.
Smoke's down.
Here comes it.
Molly. Open up the sky. Off your feet.
Guard the spike. Under heaven 1.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
No. Fuck!
Win. Show me where to go.
What English क्या बोल रहा है यार? Yes, English.
I'll find them. Shock dart.
Spike drop.
I have the spike.
Smoke's down.
I am the hunter.
Got one.
Reload.
Stim beacon down. My ult's not ready.
Remaining.
Molly.
Nice take, guys.
No more to oppose us.
Reloading. There.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Smoke's down.
Okay.
Smoke's down.
Plant.
Molly. Stim beacon here.
Nowhere to run.
Last player standing.
How did I not hit even one? Reframe yaar.
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
There. Careful. Reloading.
This is gonna be fun.
Smoke at my mark.
Smoke's down. Smoke's down. Molly.
Plant someone. Watch garage. Jet, watch garage. Smoke garage. Jet, smoke garage and C long.
Enemy spotted.
Last player standing.
Guys, the Jet can't smoke, bro. For some reason, Jet is not smoking. Jet smoke क्यों नहीं किया? I've given up officially.
Reloading.
Shot done.
Smoke's down.
Our Spectarians killed.
I am the hunter.
Smoke's down.
Fuck this game.
In sight.
Why did he dash in front of her? Nice.
Last player standing.
For hellfire.
कहाँ से आ रहा है ये?
Break them. There. I'm watching here. There.
Smoke's down.
Go see.
Right here.
Last player standing.
Molly.
will not kill my allies!
That's 3.
Match point.
And the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
Can I get a drop?
Need
There.
equipment.
Reload.
Watch and learn.
What's this?
Smoke's down. Open up the sky!
Bomb buddy out.
Nowhere to run!
Last player standing.
This is done. This is done. This is finished.
Off your feet!
Defenders
Ah,
win.
yes. Very well. Good, good. Actually. ठीक है चलो whatever this game was, I finished it and I'm gonna eat food and sleep. Bye bye.